Hi, Ryan here from eMTB, and today we're going to take a closer look at Husqvarna's MC6. Husqvarna's MC6, or short for Mountain Cross, is a balanced 150mm front and rear full powered e-bike sporting Shimano's new EP801 motor. It is also equipped with a 720 watt-hour battery, and Husqvarna tells us that this bike is designed for being very good at climbing and descending. It has a full carbon fiber frame. You can see here that the Shimano EP801 motor has been rotated upwards to allow room for a full 720 watt-hour battery, which can be slid out and removed out the bottom here like so. Husqvarna Bicycles Australia have a large range coming to our shores. The bikes are starting from $6,500 for the LC3 and goes all the way through to $12,500 for the model that you see here. So the new orientation of the motor being rotated up allows for the battery to be slid further down in the down tube, keeping the weight central and lower down on the frame. What this means is the bike feels a lot more balanced. It doesn't feel as tippy and it feels quite familiar. The chainstay has been lengthened slightly out to 445 mils of the rear center, which means that the bike tracks really nicely and it's not too twitchy. And the smaller rear wheel still means that the bike is maneuverable and can change direction quickly when it needs to. Moving further forward on the frame, we can see that the MC6 is equipped with a 65.5 degree head angle. It is a 475mm reach. It also has quite an upright seating position, which is one of the reasons why you can sit so centrally on the bike. The actual seat tube angle is 73 degrees. Virtually, it works out on the large at 76.9. So very upright. You're really sitting in the middle of the bike and you're pushing down on the pedals rather than sort of sitting quite a long way back and being stretched out. The Husqvarna MC isn't the longest bike that we've tested in size large. Thanks to its 65.5 degree head angle, it does bring the overall wheelbase back to 1247, which is a good length for someone around the 5'10 to 6'2 sort of range. And it does keep the bike maneuverable, easy to get around corners, yet still stable. So let's take a look at Husqvarna's MC6 components. The MC6 is their top tier model for the Mountain Cross range. It is a full carbon frame. It's spec'd with Fox factory suspension front and rear, paired with Husqvarna's own dropper post. It's also equipped with SRAM's XO Eagle 12-speed drivetrain. It has a SRAM XO1 Eagle single-click shifter. Husqvarna have equipped the Magura MT5s, which are an incredibly powerful 4-piston brake. It is capable of pulling an e-bike up with ease thanks to the 203mm rotors front and rear. We've had absolutely no troubles with the Newman e-bike specific wheels, which can also be used for enduro. On those wheels, Husqvarna have fitted the Schwalbe Knobby Nix, a 2.65 by 27.5 rear and a 2.4 29er on the front. They are, however, an Evolution casing, which is quite thin and something that we have run into troubles with throughout the test. We have cut the sidewalls a couple of times. Husqvarna have used their own in-house handlebar, stem, grips and saddle, all of which have performed very well throughout the test. How's the MC6 on the trail? The full carbon frame on the trail is one of the reasons why this bike is so smooth. Full carbon rear end, when accelerating, is really responsive and very predictable as well. There's very little chatter when the bike slides, and it remains pretty active under brakes as well. There is a little bit of pedal kickback, but it's almost not noticeable even on flat pedals, which is something I really liked. The 445mm chainstay is also a little bit more stable than some of the other e-bikes that we've reviewed recently, which I think was a really good match, especially on long technical climbs. We spent a lot of time doing technical climbs on the MC6. It's something that it really excels at, and it doesn't bog down into its travel too much at all when putting in a big hard effort and in trail or boost mode. Some linkages really like to squat, which means that the bottom of the bike gets very close to the ground, and thankfully the MC6 sits a little bit higher in its travel. How does it descend? Really well. A very composed bike. I would say it's a conservative modern geometry. It's not too slack, it's not too steep, and it's very balanced in its approach. It descends and climbs quite well. With quality offerings like the MC6 we have here, backed with Husqvarna's excellent customer service that we see on the motorbike side, we are confident that Husqvarna will do a very good job at bringing great e-bikes to the Australian market and looking after them in the future. Head over to the eMTB website for more information on all the other models and prices in the Husqvarna range. And as always, thank you very much for watching.